Fisheries science. I request Dean Vipin sir to welcome our director. I request sir to welcome our joint director and television officer. I request Associate Director Sarat Kumar sir to welcome our DL Vipin. Thank you, sir. So now I request our Honorable Director and Vice Chancellor to welcome the Deans of different universities sciences. So I read one by one. So Dr. Yusuf John from College of Fisheries Science, Kamala University, Vrindavan. Dr. Vikesh Sharma, College of Fisheries Science. Dr. V. Akhil, Fisheries College and Research Institute, Thoothukudi. Dr. S. Balasundari, Dr. MGR Fisheries College and Research Institute, Talanayu. Professor Dr. Farooq Ahmad Bhatt, Faculty of Fisheries, South Srinagar. Dr. J.P. Yadav, College of Fisheries Science, UP. Dr. Vijay Kumar Mehra, College of Fisheries Science, Rani Lakshmi Mai Central Agricultural University, Jhansi, Wadi. Dr. Meera T. Ansar, College of Fisheries, Gurwasi, Ludhiana, Punjab. Dr. B.R. Karatmal, College of Fisheries Science, Udgi, Maharashtra. Dr. Reddy, College of Fisheries Science, Mudhpur, Andhra Pradesh. Dr. Vinod Kumar Tarita, College of Fisheries Science, Raha, Assam. Dr. Prakash Shingare, College of Fisheries, Ratnagiri, Maharashtra. Professor Ratan Kumar Saha, College of Fisheries Science, CAU, Tripura. Dr. Shivakumar Bagada, College of Fisheries Science, Mangalore, Karnataka. Dr. M. Rosalie George, College of Fishery Science, Palakkad, Kerala.
Also,
Dr. J. Shakila, Dr. MGR Fisheries College and Research Institution, Talanayu. Sorry. Dr. Nagalakshmi D. Patnagiri. Telangana. College of Fisheries, Telangana. Thank you, sir. No, sir. So now I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Director Dr. C. Ravishankar sir to give his welcome address.
good morning to everyone. Sabhi ko namaskar and greetings to everyone on the New Year today. It's Ugadi, Gudi Padwa, and it's a big festival for many of us. And greetings to everyone from the family of CAFE. And first of all, I would like to most respected Dr. Jana Sahab, Dr. Dilip Kumar Sahab, all the respected deans from the fisheries colleges, and my dear colleagues. A warm welcome to everyone to CAFE Mumbai. And first of all, I would like to thank you profusely because it's a big day, it's a festival. In spite of all that, people have traveled all the way to be with us today. So first of all, I would like to thank all of you. And also I regret the inconvenience because I know getting out of a family functions, missing a festival, even for me personally also, Ugadi is a big festival for all of us. And it's a holiday here also today. So in spite of all that, you people came, really a big hand to all of you. And also I regret the inconvenience caused because of the rescheduling of the meeting. I know it has also caused difficulty for few, and few could not come, few had to cancel. But we regret all that. But end of the day, still you are here in spite of so many difficulties, the festival. That shows that you all want to be part of this initiative. And when we invited, you accepted with all. So that's what I think we all appreciate all of you. Because together we can collaborate, we can grow together, we can learn from each other. That's what I think this meeting of the deans, we thought so. Okay? And just before that, I'm happy to tell you that we had a meeting of all the directors of the State Fisheries Department sometime back, where we wanted to understand, and we had called the Secretary Department of Fisheries Government of India on that occasion, and also the NFDB, where we thought the states have a lot of issues, the states have a lot of difficulties, and they have a lot of concerns from the Government of India as well as their own state departments. So CAFE being a premier fisheries university in the country, so we wanted to take the lead in networking all the state departments, connecting them with the Government of India and ICA. Dr. Jana was also there that day. So what we thought was, let us understand the needs of the state, because you saw even this CAFE, I'm sure all of you know, when 61 years back when the institute started, it was started under the funding of UNDP. Basically it was to train and the skill development for all the state department officials. But from there we have moved on. Okay, we became part of ICR, now we became the university, deemed to university. Now our relevance has changed. The demand from the state departments, demand from the sector has changed. So we have to continue to be relevant, so that we need to understand the needs of the sector, whether it is college, whether it is the department, anything. So that's what I think we are always taking trying our best efforts to connect everybody. So because each college cannot do this, each state cannot do this. So we thought, being a premier institution, CAFE should take the lead to connect all the stakeholders, whether it is the central, whether it is the union state government, whether it is the developmental agencies, whether it is the universities, colleges, everybody. every stakeholder. So in that endeavor, we had the meeting of the department. Now we have thought of this meeting of the deans, because we know that we are going through a lot of there are a lot of challenges ahead. We can't be still teaching the same what we taught a few years back. The new education policy is in place, so every college, every institution is expected to meet those demands. The students have a lot of expectation. Everybody has got a lot of expectation. The colleges are going through all this. As a university, we are also going through all this. The government is expecting so many things. So when we are thinking of all this, definitely the only thing we should be doing is connecting each other, developing partnerships, so that we develop the curriculum, we think of the programs, whether it is a graduation, post-graduation, whether it is diploma, whether it is certificate courses, whatever. So we should understand the need, then only accordingly we should design our curriculum and our courses, our programs for that. Then only we will continue to be relevant. Otherwise we will be phased out. So in these difficult times, it is the best time that we should meet each other, understand the difficulties, what is required. So this is learning from your experience, sharing your the success stories, and sitting here one place. And of course, I am very happy that Dr. Jaina has travelled all the way. The parliament session is going on. It is so difficult for people to get out of Delhi. But still, I am happy to tell you, I think many of you were there. We had the convocation on 20th, where our honorable DG and the secretary there came, and there was a group, we awarded degrees to I think nearly 140, 150 postgraduates and masters and PhD students. After that, we had a big fish festival. So that was a huge success, where you know that CAFE is mixture of the whole country. We have students from Kashmir to Kanyakumari to from the west to east. So all our students showcase their delicacies from every state, fish delicacies, where we want to promote fish as a health food. In addition to that, they also presented beautiful cultural programs. It was really amazing, a threat to our eyes. It was really very nice. And I would like to thank all the deans for sending your team. Okay, once again I wish to place on record. I think 25 colleges were represented, even though we have only 17 dean students, but at least 25 colleges teams came, they showcased their talent, and they enjoyed the fish delicacies. And yesterday we had a student convention, that also went very well. We had organized a competition, what should be the next generation teaching, okay, from the student perspective. Because when we are teaching, students have their own expectation. So we wanted to know what students are expecting from teachers, faculty. So that was one competition, and also they had depicted a lot of innovative ideas. Because we have to move ahead. The technology has to be perfected. We need new technologies in the future. We can't be looking at the old technologies because everything is so demanding. The resources are becoming limited. The land is becoming limited. Water is becoming limited. There are so many challenges. We are talking of climate change. I think afternoon also we are going to have a discussion on all this. So one side we have to do the food security, the nutritional security, where we are all going to play a major role. The fisheries sector is growing very fast. So that there are a lot of challenges. So I think these are all the things which we will be looking at deliberations today, in the morning and in the afternoon. And I would like to take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Jaina, Deputy Director General. He is always there for any initiative. And I am happy that, thank you so much Jaina Sahab for sparing your time in spite of your busy schedule in Delhi and coming here and spending time. Yesterday you had a lot of times sent to all the students. We had nearly 200 students from all the fisheries colleges. It is a big occasion for all of us. And even for students, coming here, meeting other college students, which they don't get opportunities like this. So that's why we clubbed all these activities together so that we can learn from each other, we can develop partnership. That's what was the whole idea. And I would like to thank, welcome Dr. Jaina, Dr. Dilip Kumar Saab. Of course, I don't have to tell you about him. He is a mentor, he is our teacher, he is always there. He actually volunteered to come all the way from Delhi here today. So he was there for convocation, he was there for the fish festival. Yesterday he was there with sharing his thoughts to the students. And today he is here to share his experience and his knowledge with all of us. So we are looking forward for fruitful discussions. And again, a warm welcome to all the deans of the fisheries colleges. We wish we could have all the today's meeting. We look forward for a continued partnership and association. Let us strengthen the bondages between all the colleges. Okay, let us do together whatever we want to do. Let us do together so that we can definitely achieve greater heights. So that the sector will get benefited from all of us. That's what we are looking at it. A warm welcome to again to everyone, all my colleagues. Okay, hey, they are here. So they are all looking forward to how we can, collaborate with all the colleges. Okay, that's what we are looking, because all your students are here with us. The best students from all your colleges are coming here to study. Okay, so we have to give them back the best with regard to the facility, with regard to the knowledge, everything. So that's what we are all together. Let us work as a team. And just one small thing I just want to tell you. We have taken up a work. I think many of the colleges are already aware. Measuring human resource, capacity, because always their question, right? See, any sector they can always quantify. They can say how much they have contributed to the economy, whether it is the state economy or the global or national economy. But we are creating the human resource, right? So they are the people they are going and doing everywhere. Whether it is as an academician, whether it is a scientist, whether it is an entrepreneur, they are also contributing. So somewhere down the line, when we are asked, what is the worth value of your students, your human resource, what is coming out? So that's what I think we should value that, how much you are contributing. So that can happen only by assessing where they are, what work they are doing, what they are contributing, how their knowledge and experience is benefiting the whole sector. So we can always calculate that. Okay, it can be always, these methods are all, we can always debate, but still we have developed a method, and I think we are already taking a protection from that also. And I would like to thank you, many colleges have already responded for our request. I would like to thank all of them, okay. At the same time, few colleges still, I think we are expecting some support on this occasion. I would like to request and thank all of you who have supported and given the information. And I would like to again request the rest of the colleges to give your data so that it can be compiled and it can be presented. Actually, some colleges already we have done all this. We know where we stand, it is easier to improve. And we can understand where we need to improve. That's what I think we are expecting. I think already I would like to, I will not read, I think 11 colleges have already responded. So we request other colleges also to respond on this. And my colleagues are here from the social science division here. So during the course of the day, maybe if you need any clarity on those things, definitely our people will be very happy to discuss with that. So what is expected from all the colleges. Once again, a warm welcome to Jana Sahab, Dilip Kumar Sahab. And I would like to, if I be failing my duty, if I don't appreciate my colleagues, going through all these activities, it is nice for us to see the convocation, enjoy the delicacies, take part in the convention, sit here and see the deliberations. But you see the effort gone behind putting up all this in 3 days. Okay. So big hand to all my colleagues, everyone. When I say my colleagues, it's all the scientists, all the technical people, all the support staff, all the contractual staff. Everybody has worked day and night. So that's why whatever you are seeing today, that's what is the result of all that. So we would like to, bottom of my heart, would like to thank all my colleagues for their dedicated efforts. Very, very laudable. Once again, of course, we expect that, end of the day, being a premier institution, we want to, lead, say that we are always there for anything, whether it is to the college, whether it is to the department. That's what I think we are all making these small efforts so that we can learn and partner each other and do something to the sector. Once again, warm welcome to everyone and thank you for all for coming here. So we look forward for a continued association with all of you in the coming years. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your positive words. And now I request our former director and vice chancellor, Dr. Dilip Kumar sir, so for delivering his talk on expectations from academia from development perspective.
Dr. Ravi Shankar Sahar, Honorable Director and Vice Chancellor of this state university, for inviting me, for inviting me and giving an opportunity to interact with the whole galaxy of fisheries dean from different parts of our country, different colleges, different universities. And I also, just to say, would like to thank Dr. J.K. Jana sir. So, who has really, I see that every time, whenever any opportunity is there, he would like to go and visit all the our research institutes and trying to come with wholehearted support to these institutions. So really I feel myself grateful and also feel myself, I take pride that you see a person like him, he is heading that fisheries division in the country. Well, my colleagues, first of all, that you see our honorable deans from different fisheries colleges. It is a great occasion, and I would like to thank the idea generated by Dr. Ravi Shankar to provide a national level forum for all the deans to come together and interact and go with, you share your knowledge and also an experience, and that will be really, within no time, you will feel its impact among yourself and as a whole in the fisheries education sector. So that's great, that was a good idea. And for that, I would also like to thank our colleagues. Sometime back, they were my colleagues, they were friends, all the staff and faculty members of this great institution. So thank you all. I would like to just to see, I saw this was given to me, that you see from development perspectives under the, I think that is a new education policy, what we can do to just to say, to incorporate the expectations of the development. And when you talk about development, it is the agriculture sector, or you can say a fishery sector as a whole, the unit of function, the contributions are being made by farmers, the unit and fishers in our, so fishing, fishers and farmers, these two are that you see primary producers. We also need to understand up to what extent you see they need support and what are their expectations, up to what extent we are going to just to see incorporate so that the students coming out of our institutions, they are able to support them. And they are the pillars, they are not pillars, they are the contributors of development. So if we provide such type of support, certainly there will be accelerated development process in our sector. So when you think about these primary producers, here from this is the part. This one. So these primary producers, they are just to see the categories, main categories. They are farming households. There is no aqua farmers, there is no aquaculture farmers. I also come from, category of primary producers. We are, my family also belongs to the traditional farming family. So that way I feel, and that you see I am still with them and I am able to understand them more. So primary producers are you see these farming households, and and at the same time, in case of fisheries, we have also captured fisheries. So we have fishing and fishers and the family, and then other primary producers, gatherers, retailers, traders, and daily wage workers. So these are our primary producers. Now we must see that. No, sorry. And what are their activities? Well, these are the categories, but what are their activities? Now, just as I told you, none of them are exclusively aqua farmers or that is the only fishers, because they are also wage earners whenever it is required. When there is a season, they come for fishing. Out of season, they go and just engage themselves in some other works to earn their livelihood. The same way, farmers, most of the farmers, they have also other activities. If they have land, they also take it up some crops, some horticultural crops. Also, they have animal husbandry. They keep some the animals, and so they have multi-dimensional activities. It is their strategy to diversify their income and also reduce the risk. Then, and also just to see, and not only diversifying, enhancing their income so that they can support their livelihood and also family income. It is done by all primary producers, all farmers. You see that India is a country that is where the agriculture is the mainstay, and you see the farming households and their say you see the area of the farming fields or something like that. See how big their farming activities are there. So you will see that India is the say hub of small farmers, small and marginal farmers. Also in some other countries like say Africa, their average farm holding size is 1.6 hectares. In Asia also more or less it is the same. And India as a whole, as a country, it is 1.15, even below the average of Asian and African farming household size. Latin America it is 67 hectare, Western Europe 27 hectare, and US and Canada it is 121 hectare. So we must understand that our primary producers, where they are, what are their holding size for, so that you see you can support them accordingly. This is also true that most of these farming households, they also take, if they have the pond, they can take aquaculture, they take aquaculture. If nearby fisheries resources are there, they go and capture fish. So, but many of them, they also keep these livestock animals, also to support their family. So, agriculture households, you will see that all agriculture households, about 50.7%, they keep milch animals, then draught animals, then the small ruminants and poultry birds. If you come to non-agriculture households, like if they have exclusively, it is only aquaculture doing some other job, then it is 5.7, 1.9, 4.1 and 3.1. And all households, if you consider, then 27.1% they have also these activities. So, then other thing is there, that one potential, that complementarity between various farming practices at household level. If I am doing agriculture, if I am doing pond aquaculture, if I have some animals, some horticulture crops, so well, individually we do, but there is hidden potential of complementarity. If you integrate them, They have, you can reduce cost, you can enhance income, you can enhance productivity. So these potentials are there, but how to harness, whether our education, we are teaching our students when they are going to field, whether they have this trait. So we also need to see that, well, up to what extent they can harness. So extension system in a state like India, and also more or less the similar type of organizations are also there in different countries. They were earlier British colonies. They had also more or less same. But those who were not under the British colony, like Thailand, like Vietnam, they have a different types of extension services system. So in many cases, like Vietnam, they have a unified extension system. Only one extension system. Those people, those extension workers, extension officers or our technical officers, when they go to the field, they provide them technical assistance, they provide them advisory services, they also just help them in getting access to institutional credit, also that different services provided by other agencies. So this is all unified, like Vietnam it was. But wherever we had the British colony, we had different sectors, like agriculture means crop, horticulture again, now we have also a horticulture department, horticulture sector, somewhere it is ministry also, I don't know, but it is separate department, the same way it is livestock and also fisheries. So really there is no integration. That way we are, and you see, look back at the education support we are providing through our typical agriculture universities. Now earlier it was agriculture, it used to integrate all disciplines were together. But lately we have a specialized university like agriculture university that deals with the crops, and horticulture university deals with the horticulture. They are specialized in that. We have Animal Science and Fisheries University, and also lately we have two, or if you consider this Apex University of Fisheries, CIFE, then we have 3 fisheries universities. So we have only one type of specialized, we are producing a specialist in the specific fields. Then, and all these departments, this is education, but you see all these departments which are manned by the students, this is coming out of these universities, they go to the department, but that department is umpire, it is not a sector. And then most of these are headed by, I think not technical person, it is headed by bureaucrats. So now, and they don't cooperate, they don't appreciate also. That you see, if I am from fisheries, what agriculture is doing, what agriculture can support us, nobody considers. Or if I am from agriculture, then you see, they do not appreciate and also consider the potential of other like fisheries or livestock. The same thing is also with livestock. So now they work, there is no cooperation, they work independently. Under that, our extension services system that is going to be delivered or being delivered, just to see, they are just to see, well, very much fragmented. You consider I am a farmer, I have all these activities, farming activities, but somebody will come from Department of Fisheries, he can tell that how to do aquaculture, or if I am a fisherman, they will say that when to fish, how to fish, or not to fish. But you see, they cannot support me, they cannot help if I have some agriculture activities, if I have some animal husbandry activities. So this is one type of specialized subsector-wise extension services. So for that, if I need, I can do, a farmer, primary producer can do everything. They are practicing agriculture, crop, livestock, fisheries, everything. But we have, from our universities, we are not producing anyone who is really, who can understand, who have the knowledge, and then he or she can support these farmers in their ongoing activities. And this is expected from them. And then we need to see that you see how we are going to integrate in our education system. Just one minute. Sorry. This I have already told you that you see. So they expect that you see technology, and then after that, say technological support, access to fair and transparent market support also they want to get from them, access to credit subsidies and other forms of financial assistance for seed and other fertilizer, fingerlings and other inputs. And then policy support. In that policy support, we need, it is just, we cannot, we are not deciding policy, but certainly we are facilitating policy. We are bringing, and we have the capacity that we understand, and we can bring them, we can convince those who are, that is the administrator at the top level, that is the such type of policies are required, then only just we can provide. So that we can really provide them this. So I mean, what I wanted to tell you, that we have the agriculture universities, it's fine. When agriculture universities, it has got all these say components, then that was okay. Now it is really fragmented. We are very happy that for fisheries, I think this gives us an opportunity how we can just incorporate all those things in our education system. We cannot provide unified education system that is not in our hands, but at least we can train our people. We can empower our people with knowledge, certain level of knowledge, just from other sector as well, so that our people are more educated, they are more relevant. The type of services expected from these private producers. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your enlightened view about from the farmer's point of view, what they are expecting from the academia. So I think everyone knows that the sir has developed some concept, especially in the extension, that is trickle down system and the co-management of fisheries reservoirs and other the ecosystem. So it helped a lot in improving the fisheries inside the aquaculture sector in India. So thank you very much, sir, for your views and opinion on from the farmer's point of view. So now I request our Joint Director, Dr. N.P. Samu, sir, for giving his remarks and setting agenda for the CIP and other fisheries colleges and how to take the education in line with the national education policy.
Very good morning, all of you. Honorable Deputy Director General, Dr. Jena, Dr. Dilip Kumar, the ex-Vice Chancellor of CIP. He always prefer to be in any meeting of CIP. And Dr. Shankar, Director, Vice Chancellor of CIP, Dr. Nayak, Dean of CIP, and all of beloved deans from different city colleges, staff, students. So, you know that this is a regular activity of CIP that inviting all the deans conducting a meeting, and I think this is the fourth meeting we are conducting. And for your information only, that is Dr. Jena who wanted that we should have a meeting every year for the students, a convention for the faculty, for all college deans. Otherwise, you know, there is no mechanism or we don't get a scope to unite at one platform. Otherwise, if it is a seminar or symposium. Even also in seminar, symposium, only few deans used to get together. Very few, maybe 4 or 5, because it's not possible, but at CIP, we are trying our best to conduct regularly, calling all the deans. So thank you very much for coming from your own experiences, because you know that we have this year it is a very difficult year for everybody. That is going to be completed by 31st. Otherwise, we used to call, it is our pleasure to call all the deans, and we invited everybody and you agreed for everything. Thank you very much for this thing, because we sit at least once in a year we should sit together. Though we know there is a difference, that we don't have any administrative link, but we should be connected technically. We should think for that what best we can do for the fishery sector, for the fishery education. Why I am telling, every time we are asking question, how many fishery colleges are there in the country? There is confusion. We started this question, particularly Dr. Jana used to ask, अभी कितना हो गया नंबर फिशरी कॉलेज का, कोई कंफ्यूजन है 32, कोई 33, कोई बोलता है 35. We started this company starting from 19, so it is so rapidly increasing, just like it is commensurate with the growth of fishery sector in India. Just like a dead person only is increasing fishery sector. Previously there are some few fishery colleges were there, not covering all the states. Still now also almost 90% states, or at least there having one fishery college, that is good development. First will then Goa, Delhi, and which state remaining? Without any fishery colleges. Northeast, we all cannot have centralized, that's why I think they are planning one more fishery college. Himachal Pradesh is there. So at least some difficult states, but Delhi is planning for a college, and now every state has more than one college. Some states are there, at least 4 or 5, more than 3 colleges are coming out. So this is a very good symbol that fishery number is increasing. You know, if you are national level, our standing is nowhere. That's why we should think that how to increase. Everybody now expects more from fishery sector. So where is the human resource development? Where will it come from? If you see the total agricultural graduates, they are telling that agricultural graduates in India is very less. 1% of the total graduates. 40 lakhs. That is from the total Indian graduates, less than 1% in agricultural graduates. I have calculated for fishery sector even 0.06%. So this is still less. Hardly our intake capacity is maximum 1500 in a year. 30 average 40 UG students. Somewhere it is 40-50, but average it will be 40. 40 into 30, 1200. So I am telling 1500. So very means so we are maximum 1500. Graduate students, undergraduate students, for all fishery colleges of India, and masters will be maximum 1/5, half of that. PhD half of that. So where are we standing? Nothing is there. So if there is a big hope from the government that we should support this fishery sector growing very fast, government is coming up with new schemes. Where exactly? So that's why all the fishery college deans should sit together to help the strategy, how to increase the HRD and how we will support the production. Everybody wants production to increase. Then how we will think only how to support this production. Okay. So now coming to this meeting, purpose of this meeting, new education policy. This is a very, very difficult task. Even I can say, to be very honest, nobody understands clearly what is new education policy. I have seen only one university in the internet. You can put on Google only hundreds of universities telling that they have implemented or they have designed a course. For the correct new education policy, only universities they have fisheries. They have made the curriculum. If you can go through, otherwise, you know, so many confusion are there how to implement education policy. For your information, ICAR has already developed a guideline how to implement this new education policy in ICAR system. By 2025, it has to be implemented. So, this is only 2 years. 2 years means we have to implement. Again, so ICAR may come, accreditation, they may link with accreditation. So, if you are not changing the course curriculum for which that is monetary involvement is not there, they may not accredit. So this type of complications may come. So that's why this is the right time to think that how to at least go ahead, one step ahead. From this student meeting onwards, we can think that we can go ahead one step. How to do it? This is a very, very complicated process, complicated thinking, and difficult to adopt, then what best you can do immediately, which easily you can do it. That is the reason why we have designed this meeting, implementing new education policy. This is the means the need of the hours. We have to think on priority. So this half day has been designed for you. It is not possible to have a detailed discussion in half day, but that's why what we have designed, that we have given a structured questions which are more relevant for implementing new education policy. So we have invited the response from you. So we have compiled it. Then compiled information will be presented in front of you. Then you will give all will be collected by giving your input again. We will refine it again. We will connect it. Now the question comes the connectivity. Because I will tell something which are priority to be done. First is, three things are there for the new education policy: infrastructure, faculty, and students. So all needs to be total overhauling. That process is a long process. As a 2025 cost curriculum to be changed, 2030 maximum or 80% needs to be changed, 2040 everything needs to be implemented. Government knows that it is very difficult. That's why time limit is given. But 2025 course curriculum is to be changed. For course curriculum, you know there is multiple entry, multiple exit. If somebody has completed 1 year, they will get a certificate course. Completed 2 years, they will get a diploma. Completed 3 years, now ICC has given a threshold that we will adopt only 4 years, not 3 years. At present, completely they cannot say no to new education policy because we are following 4-year degree course. At present, we will go with 4-year degree course. Then this thing needs to be implemented. 1 year course that is sufficient for a diploma. I think that I have discussed with some general universities. What they are doing, that is every year to be divided into some core courses. Suppose everybody thinking that how will you get a certificate? So what should be the course? So 2 years, your core course to be 50%, that is from fisheries. And some you have to take some elective courses. Elective means maybe some other things. Beekeeping, mushrooming, everything. Earn some money. Yeah, have some income. Now, where they are having some credit inclusion, that is ABC, Academic Bank of Credit, their system also you have to develop. Whatever the credit you have learned, it has to be deposited in that bank. Their system needs to be changed. So again, there is an option for the students, they can go to any other university. It is again difficult path. That means your students or your university have a linkage with other university. Suppose student X opt for a course from university, you are from the different university. They can opt from that university because that course is better from that university. So now they may say no. So you should have a linkage, collaboration. So that also needs to be developed. That's the reason why different colleges mean different university. You are different universities. So we should have a good linkage. How to make a rapport? That also needs to be developed. That needs connectivity. CIP will help you to be connected among yourself, among the technical expert, among the infrastructure. That is the reason why we have developed something that we are going to release today. That is a portal, interactive portal we have developed that we are going to release today. What is that? That CIP will be connected to each colleges. I will give a small example. Suppose some students, they are unable to design one experiment. So they are having some questions. To whom they will ask? You can ask to a person you know better. It is not possible for everybody. So what you can do, or one student can do, or an industry person can do, even a farmer can do. They can push a questions, their portal, it will come to here, and it will go to a respective person. Suppose some question related to aquaculture. That aquaculture link will be there. That you can put a question there, it will go to automatically the head of the aquaculture. Head of the aquaculture will disseminate or transfer the question to a respective scientist. Again, it will come the same path. So instantly you will get the answer. So it will be given the scope that all colleges will be connected technically. Any question you want, student also, they will be connected. Now, AR, VR, that we have developed some courses. Suppose that every colleges, they don't have good faculty, many faculties. So we will develop some courses, it will be available. The AR, VR system we have developed for one course, we will give a demonstration today. You will see that. I hope that many colleges may have developed this AR, VR courses. If it is developed, then it can be shared among all. The AR, VR courses will be developed by one good teacher of the colleges. It will be available by the other colleges. It is sharing. This will be available. Now see, we have this abstract of our student research that we have compiled it, though we have done it before, but this time the changes is that this abstract has been, from abstract, a short abstract has been made. What is that? That short abstract, that is in very layman language. Otherwise, you know that every experiment abstract, the T1, T20, T2 treatment, so very technical terms are there. Many farmers, many laymen, they cannot understand anything, even if it is translated in Hindi. But what we have done, in layman language, it has been given in 3 to 4 lines. This will be given to all colleges, all colleges, so that the idea they will get it. What is the idea of this research in very layman language? So this is what we are trying. In these 3 will be released today. Now, this is about a partnership with higher education institutes, partners with university, partners with industries, partners with the other stakeholders. So start developing networking with this thing, because this will be required for higher education or the new education policy. So these all the things in the question form we have asked to you, some structured question, 18 questions, something. Even we have received something 12 or 11 or 12. So we requested all, but anyway, the scope is there. Even after going there also you can give it, because again finally this output will be utilized for everybody. Multidisciplinary undergraduate program. This postgraduate PhD is highly structured, because this is a research oriented. But major thrust from the government is the undergraduate, for which you are dealing with. This is most difficult. It should be multidisciplinary, because instead of fisheries, specifically fishery graduate, the undergraduate students should be exposed to multidisciplinary professional courses. So they will be self-reliant. They can earn money from the profession they are choosing. They will design their professions. Previously, there was a strict boundary. If somebody is taken admission in fisheries, there is no scope to go any course in veterinary or agriculture or even environmental science. But now, due to this new education policy, it has to be open. There is no boundary. Anybody wants to take some courses, they can go through. For example, I am giving what is the benefit. Suppose somebody is entrepreneurs developing a course on fish feed. They are investing the money. As because fishery students, they know only the fish nutrition. But as because the investment is same, they can also go for poultry feed, cattle feed. So if somebody wants to read some courses on poultry nutrition or cattle nutrition, they can opt for. So this will be help them for entrepreneurship. That is the basic objective of this new education policy. So that type of correlations, and this university should be multidisciplinary, that will be the student. Because the new education policy, the only striking difference is that it is the student-centric syllabus. Previously it was institute-centric syllabus. What institute will tell, the students has to take all the courses, there is no option. Now they will tell that we need these courses, for which we have to be ready. Then the course should be utilizing the local knowledge and able to utilize the modern technology. All the things yesterday we have, or some deans were there, all the students, they are having the opinion that the infrastructure should be developed, modern technology, artificial intelligence, AR, so many things that all students have opinion. I believe that only because they have asked to give some opinion, they have gone through the Googles and they are finding the latest technology. But you see that practical reality. In India, to implement everything needs money. Otherwise, if money is there, we can implement it. Besides money also needs manpower. So all the things, it needs some time. But all the students are of opinion that modern technology, gadgets should be available. Online teaching also they agree. Online examination also they agree. But only thing they also agree that the skill-oriented problem solving approach should be there. They are getting a degree, but they are not readily prepared to tackle a situation. Yesterday, that our DDG given a solution. Suppose small scale, that is feed industries, that if you ask any scientist, give a solution for developing a small scale feed industry, they can give you. But if somebody wants a big scale, they may not, because that type of exposure is not there. Now, the students should be given exposure so that any type of problem farmers are facing, they should come forward. They should not take a back step. No, we cannot take, we will ask somebody else. At least 80-90% confidence they should have that we can tackle this problem. This type of orientation we should give. Then about, it is clear, I think that we can interact with him. That is how we can divide the first year core courses, elective courses, then some selective courses. Different type category are there. UGC website is available. Then what is the major guideline to distribute the credit hours? And I have discussed 2-3 general universities. Very clearly they have distributed and they have implemented last 2 years. It is easy for them. It is difficult for us, for fisheries. At least if somebody has developed or guideline have been developed from keeping that one reference, we can develop or refine it. So again, it needs sitting together, interactions, then we can make a refinement. If we are sitting at one place, then we can implement in different colleges. Otherwise, alone you cannot do it. Alone you cannot do it. So that will be very difficult. So I think that we will make such efforts to sit together again for refinement, because 2025 we have to implement it. In general, I think that I cannot talk more about NEP, because this is not a platform to deliver to NEP, but this is a platform that how we will implement it. So with this, I think that I will stop it here. After this, we will have this, after our derivation of DDG, we will have will display the total information profile by us, given by you. Then it will be, again it is open for discussion, for refinement. That will be, it will go up to lunch, and after that we will shift to the symposium. Symposium, our theme will be different. Again, how to increase the fees consumption. Again, initially we have collected the information from students. Again, we have divided into different subgroups. Again, it will be refined how to increase the fish consumption. Everything is required. Fish consumption needs to be increased. Syllabus needs to be revised. This new education policy needs to be implemented. So this is
So we will like to present the inputs which we have received from different deans of fisheries colleges, and so we compiled it, and now we are going to present it.
But there is some blur. Not blur to the right of the image, because it's a parallel connection.
Good morning. First of all, I compliment each one of you all of you who have given the input for the questions, list of questions that we had sent. You had responded it under different category. There are some inputs which cut across few questions. So there may be few repetitive answers here and there because the NED requirement is as such means it needs that kind of input. So we have tried, my colleagues have tried to compile it in a way where we can broadly categorize the requirement so that the implementation part, as Saurabh said, that should become easy. And after each question, maybe I'll stay for a few minutes. If you have any additional input, you can always. So the first one that in the list, what are the constraints that you foresee in the implementation of NEP? Infrastructure was one of the major input that came. The current infrastructure and budget are not sufficient to enhance the students' enrollment in the colleges as per NEP 2020. Human resources, of course, as the number increases, the current faculty strength is also not sufficient to meet the requirement of NEP. Restructuring of existing curriculum to ensure multiple exit and multiple entry operations, so that also required. Under that curriculum related, the courses have to be reorganized, restructured to ensure that multiple exit option. Due to this, the sequence of courses offered in different semesters could be chaotic or mixed or even can be hampered. It may adversely affect the professional quality development. That is also apprehension input by some of the colleges. Further, it would likely to put more burden on particular disciplines like aquaculture processing technologies compared to other disciplines because it will be job oriented when we start thinking. Human resources, it requires capability development programs on advanced ICT tools to improve pedagogical methods, development of online courses that also would be required. So that was the input that you have got. If you have anything else, we have colleagues who are writing down. If any additional input, we'll see. Of course, you have already thought and discussed within your colleges and your work. So it's been summarized. So if any additional things there, that we will take in. Otherwise, we'll go to the next. There are quite a few points, lot of inputs. So.
Curriculum, why to do it? And the advantage that they have already done it.
It's only for PGs, not for
But
so only for the implementers are only PG and PhD.
but main requirement for UG only.
But there is a lot of 3-year degree is not sufficient actually.
Now, I said given that for 4 years, we'll implement 4 years, and another committee will be there to implement 3 years. What?
There are so many problems I already discussed. I have given the reference.
Yeah.
So many problems.
Those also we have incorporated.
Curriculum है बताइए, curriculum इनका marks within 2 years it has to be done.
UG curriculum, I think last March, first week of March, they have finalized that. I have heard that. Dr. V.K. Das was the member of that 6 release committee. As fisheries, he has but they have finalized that, and they have submitted the ICR also, education division.
But no teams knows about that.
That they have been again revised, totally revised. But I don't know what is there now. But before submitting that, I received that also. That I have seen. In that also there are so many problems may arise. They suggested 3, you can say PG courses, new PG system, then PhD system into that. How they can go ahead in the PG program and PhD program and like that. And another thing that sir has told, that integration. That if it is a professional course, integration is required. That is, agriculture sector courses should be there, horticulture sector and animal husbandry courses should be there. But it is not there.
It shouldn't be there. They will opt.
Yeah, it should be elective courses, but in the elective courses it is not there. I have that PowerPoint, whatever they have submitted, I don't know, ultimately they told there are some changes is there, they have submitted. Ultimately final, but final copy I am not having, that before that, is there. But if somebody is there, I don't know, from their side, nobody, Dr. Dash also not came. So that's why everybody is now in dark, what is they have submitted.
That's what
Before last submission, that thing I have, but in that also there are some issues maybe there. And finally what they have submitted, that no deans are there. Yeah, they don't discuss argument. That's why I thought that
what type of grant he has?
They told this meeting, that meeting was held in the first week of March, I think 3rd or like that, and they have finally submitted. Yeah. Yeah. But that is not with me, but earlier on with me. Earlier on with me, they told that there are some modifications are there in that. Yeah, then he told me that everything I have shared there in CIP, information I have given there, I don't know whether he has given or not. Just morning before I came here, I informed him. He told that I have given all information to CIP. Why you are not but I have another assignment.
Whatever input has come from college, including West Bengal, we have included.
Not that one. No, not that. 6th means.
Yeah.
6th
Dr. Saab, we have not received anything, we will check up it. I don't think we have received anything.
Okay.
This committee was every subject one week was
Hey, somebody give it.
representative of that.
No, all deans were not there. Only one dean from one subject. So West Bengal dean was the member from fisheries in that. And they had conducted some meetings, and after the Indian Fisheries and Aquaculture Forum last year in May, we had an online meeting regarding that. And he had made some modifications and conforming to the NEP, and we all discussed, I think, on that particular day regarding the changes. But finally what happened, he has not communicated to us.
Before
Dr.
submitting
B.K.
the final.
Dr. Das,
When we said BK Das, we
no,
are.
that is Dean of Faculty which resides in special needs.
He was invited also, but.
The remaining, we were not aware of what happened.
Whether Dr. BK Das has given input from West Bengal?
Yes, sir, he has given input, and those inputs we have
So he wanted to know
This
whether,
report he has not given, he has only given responded to
then
our.
I think he would have given a definite plan to ICR or government based on the,
Actually, sir, before
That is what he
submitting,
said.
there, just the morning I contacted him. He told that you have given me the, this draft copy. I have already with me, I have PowerPoint also. Then he told me, some modification is there in that also. That I told. He has not shared that one. Finally, what they have submitted. And they told that it is final. Already we have submitted to the ICR Pro 6 committee.
Whether it has been submitted to the education division?
I think so.
Yes.
Final copy I have not had.
See, do one thing, now, after this meeting, we will ask him to share what he has done here.
then we can work on it, sir.
That should be shared
We
with
will
all
be
the
working.
deans.
It is not a confidential document.
We'll ask him to circulate to everybody, again modify, then send it to education division.
It will be better, sir.
Okay, we will go to the next point. Should we go for 3 or 4 years degree program as per NEP or only 4 years with research?
I said they recommended the 4 years.
Yeah.
For 3 years they have made one more committee.
Okay.
I said better.
4 years is better, sir. It's 4 years degree.
No, I
Yeah.
said recommended like that also.
But since it is a professional degree program, we should not go for 3 years, sir.
Yes, then I said they recommended 4 years.
4 years only, it's 4 years only. And multiple entry and exit is also not possible in our program, sir. Can we do it in MBBS? Multiple entry and multiple
You
exit?
must be doing.
Anywhere in the country you can join again.
Not at all possible, sir. Multiple entry and exits, it should be the uniform syllabus throughout the country. That only it will be possible.
Those inputs are there, sir. We are going to read that.
And again also you have to admit the day scholar. Where is the hostel facility or multiple?
Just all those inputs are there. I think once I.
First, thanks, sir. First,
Yeah.
let you finish
Yeah.
your thing. Then we will
So
discuss.
inputs are being a professional degree, the BFSC program should be 4 years, 4 years. Then a 4 years degree program with research may be more attractive to students who are interested in pursuing career in research and academia. Currently, the 4 year is entirely dedicated to students ready program where students will gain practical experience in the variety of related fields. 3 years course of study plus an additional year of internship or experience learning program is inevitable to have throughout thorough understanding of subjects. Then
If you agree for 4 years, then master will be only 1 year. That is for university. You can take directly go for PhD.
How can it be, sir? It's a 2-year program now, MFSC.
Let's say in NEP, na?
in NEP,
That is difficult, sir. If you give 1 year, you can't go directly to the PhD.
How you can say difficult because it's
Of course, if they insisted, we will obey. There is no other go for us.
But sir, in multi-faculty university, it is possible, not for this agriculture and this fisheries. Multiple faculty university can do this. Because
we
they have
can
3-year
just take your
degree,
recommendation.
they have 3-year degree, UG, 2-year for PG and 3-year for PhD. Our student 4-year in UG, 2-year in PG and 3-year for, so 9 and there is only 3 to 5 and 7. So 2 years again difference is there.
That will
So
not
there
agree
is-
anything for
yeah.
NEP. See, na?
It should be 2 years PG.
no, as per recommendation it should be.
So either should agree to NEP or not. So then only it is possible. Other if you agree for NEP, then all have to follow.
We are not agree with this. We are not agree with this.
Check. Sir, education system is the most resistant for change.
Yeah.
I will tell you why. See, the principles of science and philosophy of education is same for the entire universe.
Okay.
So let us not resist for the change. And in fact, if I look at the course curriculum of the PG, the same thing you teach in the first year masters. So ultimately we have to teach them the research methodology, the right test statistics, such things. So that is why when we accept in toto, first we have to accept, refine it, because Sipai mutiny started in 1857, we got the independence in 1947. Let us accept the NEP, let us refine, let us grow with it. Definitely we will have the initial toothing problem for next 3-4 years. Like hostel, funds, they are not the issues. First we have to understand the philosophy behind the objective, accept, grow with it. That's my opinion. So thank you.
Otherwise also, when we think per sector, we need some skill hands supporting.
Yeah.
So first year completion means there will be certificate at a skill person only. There will be no separate degree and diploma for any other skill supporting persons. From this only you have to generate. So that's why
In our university, we have started a separate program on BWOC in fisheries, aquaculture and processing, wherein we have got a multiple exit programs.
Okay.
So that will support these supporting persons.
that's why we have to justify that. No, but otherwise, you cannot say that we will not go for NEP. That's a policy decision. That again, ISR is to take a call on this.
So, should I go to the next?
Yeah.
So, how to reorient our course curriculum so as to provide certificate, diploma and degree programs at the completion of 1, 2, 3 or 4 academic years. So, there have been positives and negative feedbacks. So, many have said it's possible and few also have said that there will be difficulty. So this is, so providing certificate diploma programs for first, second year students, multiple entry exit option will deteriorate the quality. Then bachelor of vocational program in aquaculture, fish processing and fishing technology may be offered to provide certificates. So it restricts all other fields and it only leads to few fields. Then the courses such as certificate, diploma or degree program may be offered separately to customized program, separately as customized program rather than mixing with the 4 years degree. So they want to alienate the other group.
is there, already exists.
No, it is not. That is what. That is the downside that's been shown. So, which do not go along with the thinking. So, any other thing that you think otherwise?
What under academic policy, they are having diploma, certificate and degree. Within that tenure, 4-year degree, tenure or 3-year degree.
Yeah. Within
Actually, we are having polytechnic colleges for the diploma,
No,
which is
now-
a 2-year course.
That part of 4-year degree program is include all these certificate.
The degree program, we have to include the certificate.
Yeah.
All the three.
After
So,
completion
the
of
course-
first year, if students want a certificate course, they will continue for 1 year.
Yeah.
If they want diploma, they will continue for 2 years.
Sir,
And if they want degree, they will go for the 4 year.
Sir,
Likewise.
shall I say one?
Please.
Sir, if we are strengthening this VFSC course as per the NEP, like giving option for 1-year certificate, 2-year diploma and other things, we can eliminate the other courses like BWOC and the other diploma or the certificate courses, and we can strengthen only on this line.
Same resources you can utilize for
Yes, same
this.
thing we can. you can-
That is the objective of NEP.
That is the
There
objective.
are other diploma courses,
Courses can be
only under this 4-year degree course, we have to give certificate, diploma and degree. That is the
No, this is the input, so this was not ours, like.
Yeah, Dr. Kalita, you have to take elective courses. You can take the processing, the any other thing. Most students are
In last 54 years, only 12 people have dropped out in between the 4 years degree program. So even if we have this option of diploma or certificate, only 1 or 2% of the people may avail the services. So normal course will be there as usual. So only thing is for the people who cannot afford for various reasons, this provision is made. So this will not affect any of our academics. That's all.
But sir, it will affect the number of students in the, how much student will be for the last year. If there are 40 students, the 10 students are going after 1 year by taking the certificate course. Then 15 students after second year. So there will be only 15 students for the third year and fourth year. That means
सीट रेस्ट्रिक्शन करते हैं सर्टिफिकेट के लिए 5 सीट डिप्लोमा के लिए 10 सीट लाइक दैट सीट रेस्ट्रिक्शन करते हैं दैट मैक्सिमम लिमिट
yes, otherwise what will happen during the third year?
और आपको रेगुलर करना पड़ेगा इंटेक
Sir,
ऐसा कभी बढ़ाना पड़ेगा सर आवाज जितना स्टूडेंट निकाल जाता है तो क्या टाइम होता है इंक्रीज इन इंटेक कैपेसिटी
Sir, if we say that we will keep reserve seats for the second course, 1 year course or 2 year diploma course, then the choice of the student, multiple exits will not be there, sir. That it fades you can say real aspect of the MEP. So it is the choice by compulsion a student may leave after 1 year or it is his choice. Normally he will go for a degree. But if by compulsion he has to, by some reason he leaves after 2 years, he at least goes with some certificate or some diploma. So there should not be, there is, you can say separate number for the, you can say quota for this skill or diploma certificate. That has to be seen. Thank you. Yeah, please.
It is a good suggestion that rather than having multiple programs like certificate course or some diploma course and a degree course, but the thing is for degree course the fee structure is normally higher, and if a person wants to go for some certificate or diploma, like in our university also we also have short courses and certificate courses, the fee structure is very nominal for those courses because they are skill oriented and we are promoting entrepreneurship. So we will have to, shall we go for different fee structures if somebody opts for diploma or certificate, or so that has to be taken care of.
Okay. I think,
MEP doesn't tell about the fee.
Sir, in that case the intake qualification also means now in Kerala we take students after qualifying from NEET. So after qualifying from NEET, after studying for 1 or 2 years, once they join, they may not want to go out after 1 year. So there may be entry restriction or entry qualification or that also should be changed, and the fee structure may be required to be changed. Lot of changes will be required.
We can create some additional seats.
Maybe additional seats will be the best part.
So they have advice for additional seats. Tentatively you can know the what is the cost of the
Exclusively for this structure, like 1 year diploma, 2 years 1 year certificate, 2 year diploma, the entry qualification can be relaxed or the fee structure can be reduced, and maybe a certain level of people who are having high score in that particular, they can be integrated into the degree and our degree by research level.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wish to submit one point. Actually,
fee structure na, because they are temporarily taking the exit, but they are having the scope to complete the degree program na. That scope is there. Initially you were taking less fees because that is simple finish, diploma or degree. Now it is open. They can take degree program if they are completing 3 or 4 years. That scope is there. So why they are thinking that these should be there?
I think roundtable will have discussion on all these.
We will have after the tea break, we are going to have a roundtable discussion. We will have threadable discussion. Now let us present what has been said by you. Okay. Because it is your input only we are presenting. Okay. We are not created anything new. So let us just discuss. Let him present.
Okay, suggestion for course curriculum. Course curriculum for 1 year certificate and 2 year diploma, foundation course, skill development courses, job oriented, field practical based elementary course subjects focused on skill and employment and entrepreneur development, that is SEED, through SEED module. Then internship of 10 weeks, this has been suggested. Then course curriculum for 3rd year program is core subjects. Course curriculum for 4th year honors degree program is elective subject, that is specialization internship. Course curriculum 4 years honors degree program with research, elective subjects plus research, that is specialization plus research. Yeah, that is almost
No need for discussion.
okay. How to reorient master degree program to accommodate all the coursework in 1 year? That's been so as per NEP 2020, students completing 4 years bachelor's program with research, there could be 1 year master degree program. The master's program must include research component, dissertation work, and it could be possible for only aquaculture, fisheries resource management disciplines to start their research work without any coursework. As most of the fundamental courses have been covered in BFSC. However, students may opt for specialized courses and elective courses on research methodology in the 4th year BFSC. In case of specialized disciplines like FGB, FBT, FN, FT, FPT, FPB, AHM, AEM, FEC and FEX, the coursework cannot be avoided as the courses on these disciplines were not much covered in BFSC. This is the apprehension.
Only coursework will be there because research is done on the BFSC for years. This is master no research.
Sir, we will discuss it. No, we will discuss it at roundtable, sir.
Okay, how to reorient PhD program, PhD course curriculum so that the students having 4 years degree program will directly take admission in PhD. The PhD curriculum should be redesigned to accommodate students with 4 years degree program. This can include the introduction of coursework that can bridge the gap between UG and PhD level and allow students to develop the necessary skill to undertake independent research work. The coursework for MFSC and PhD have to be merged in a justifiable manner. The bridging program can be an effective way to prepare students for PhD work. This program should provide advanced training in research methodology, analytical skill and theoretical knowledge that are necessary for doctoral work, only specialized subjects. Then issues related to credit transfer. So compatibility of programs. So the programs offered by different institutions may not be compatible, equivalent, making it difficult to transfer credit. Different credit systems. Each university institute has its own credit transfer policy, and these policies can be complex and vary widely. Some institutions may not accept the credit from certain institutions and programs, or may only accept limited number of credits. Then lack of standardization. There may be lack of standardization in credit transfer procedure and policies, making it challenging for students to transfer credits from one institute to another. Additionally, regular reviews and improvement of credit transfer process can help address these issues and make it easier for students to transfer credit from one institute to another. So these have been feedback, but credit transfer was earlier there in many universities, and this can be, once things get standardized, probably it's possible. Issues related to credit transfer. We have to follow this is the suggestion, one admission policy, one academic year, and same syllabus, same grading system across the country, at least for fisheries. Agricultural university may adopt a separate credit bank for inter-university credit transfer. However, uniformity in courses in different semesters should be strictly maintained by all A. Then university and institute may form a committee made up of the student's department head, his or her supervisor, member of the student's advisory committee, and other senior professors to assess the course's applicability as well as the content credit and other things for credit transfer. If it is deemed appropriate, the committee may suggest it for credit transfer. Such students do not have to take the same course again if it is offered. So how to take output-based students research? Current practice of research at MFSC and PhD level need to be modified as per the requirement for achieving twin objectives of academic and applied research, because it's a lot of emphasis been given on applied research to fulfill the requirements of regional aspiration. Universities, in consultation with the State Department and other institutes, should identify the local needs for scientific intervention. Such identified broad priority areas should be focused by different students' research of the universities. The faculties are advised to provide output-based research topics. This is also been suggested, and especially on the recent trends in technology. Fish farmer oriented, industry relevant topics should be given. So motivate the students to select research work relevant issues of fish farmers as well as fisheries university. How to make output-based students, continuing in that, evaluate output and outcome using defined criteria for success. This could be done through peer review, expert review and self-assessment. Viable technology or techniques developed by the student research can be popularized to technology transfer programs. Such students shall be given preference in admission in higher studies. Competitions could also be conducted among students. Award can be given for the students who have done commendable output oriented research by the institute, or this thing, award should be given by them. And to motivate other students for providing better output from their research work. So this is one part industry oriented. Then coming to the online learning mechanism to augment the quality of teaching. So identical teaching platform should be developed in all fisheries colleges or universities for the same. At present, it is very poor. In addition, a central monitoring system is required, is essential to maintain the quality and standards of teaching. Besides regular offline teachings by the parental institution, there must be scope for engaging subject matter specialists from other national institutes for the benefit of students. Thus, teaching program in hybrid mode can be implemented. So we have to train young faculties towards blending education. We can make different groups of students and give online education to different groups so that person-to-person connection is possible instead of taking the whole class. Also, we have to improve our digital proficiency. All AUs may be supported for establishment of e-content development center. Inter-university linkage may be promoted to utilize the expert teaching through e-learning and e-classes among different universities and ICF institutes, between universities and institutes. Then how to strengthen the online learning mechanism to augment the quality of teaching? Online learning can be improved by including multimedia elements like podcast, videos and interactive activities. The different learning needs of the students should be taken into account while creating online courses. Students can learn at their own pace and in their own style by receiving individualized instruction through using tools like adaptive learning and technology. Regular assessment on online learning platforms would be beneficial for the students to monitor their development and identify areas that require improvement. This may help keep the learners inspired and interested in the material. There should be opportunities for students to interact with each other and with the teacher, because online learning can be occasionally feel lonely. Discussion boards, live video chats and other interactive exercises can be used for this. Then providing prompt and meaningful feedback to students can help them to stay on track and improve automatic feedback software or by providing customized feedback forms by the teacher. So, continue with that, very important aspects summarize technology infrastructure, ensure that technology infrastructure is robust and reliable, this is a concern and is having sufficient bandwidth. Then engaging content, the content is already listed in the previous one, develop engaging and interactive multimedia rich content, that to leverage and strengthen online learning. Interactive tools, it's been already said, interactive tools are very, very important. So instructor training, so provide instructor training on effective online teaching strategies, including use of technologies, engagement techniques, and assessment and evaluation methods. So then student support, provide adequate support to students, including technical support, academic advisory, advising, and access to resources and materials to ensure that successful their success in online learning. How to make partnership with the industry and promoting students leadership. So all AUs should compulsorily attach their students to different industries for certain duration during student-ready program based on the feasibility and exposure. A strong network of agribusiness centers, universities and industries should be maintained and monitored. Frequent industry academia students meeting may be arranged to inculcate entrepreneurship among students. Already our university, some university has implemented IDEA. For this purpose, linkages with industries has to be developed and to identify the requirement of particular subject in that area. This will ultimately help the students for obtaining entrepreneurship. So, with industries, basically the roadmap kind of MOU with the industry. Then we have to have flexible timing. Students may be allowed to join and as well as work in the industry. This flexible timing will help them. Then inculcating responsibility and leadership development, seek regular feedback from students and industry, and providing incentives to students who take up task-based responsibility and leadership role. So conduct research to find out industries that match the interests, talents and objectives of students and entrepreneurs. Seek for the industries, companies that are willing to contribute to the development of next generation of student entrepreneurship. So what are the innovative teaching learning methods that can be introduced for improving quality education? So interactive e-learning program, that's been stressed, so then we have to do it for ensured at every semester for hands-on training and skill development. We have to implement blending education, blending education, which is a combination of traditional and online classes. We have to develop such kind of learning medium so that any student can access the content from anywhere, anytime, from any device. Making short, interesting videos are fruitful and interesting. So students may be given specific field problems for working out suitable situation, which may be helpful in their practical learning. Then under that again we suggested a flipped classroom, reversing the traditional lecture homework model to give students access to lecture and other material before class, and using class timing for hands-on activities and discussions. Then personalized learning using technology and data analysis to tailor learning experiences to individual needs and pace of as per the pace of each student. Blending learning, combining traditional classroom and online learning, and create flexible and personalized learning experience. Active learning, encouraging students to be active participant in their own learning by engaging in hands-on activities, discussion and problem solving. Collaborative learning is also for fostering a collaborative and supportive learning environment by encouraging students to work together on projects as well as in group activities. Then skilling courses should be implemented in collaboration with industries and also research institutes. Teachers and students training program within the country and abroad is also essential. Then blending of learning, as already described. Project-based learning is a teaching method that can be used to involve students working on real-world project, allowing them to apply what they have learned in the practical setting. This approach will help develop critical thinking, problem solving and collaboration skills. A game-based learning strategy can also be used, which make learning more interactive, interesting and can aid in the development of decision making, problem solving as well as critical thinking abilities. Thank you. I think. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So now I request our Honorable DDG Dr. J.K. Jana sir to give his remarks on the perspective from the industry and research and development. Thank you.
Good morning, one and all. Most respected Dr. Dilip Mantri, former Vice Chancellor of this institute, and also former senior aquaculturist at NACA, FAO expert and all, and above all, he is the mentor of every one of us. My colleague, director of this institute, Dr. Ravi Shankar, Dr. N.P. Shahu, Joint Director, Dean Academics Dr. B.B. Naik, colleague Deans of 17 Fisheries College of the country, faculty and the scientists of this institute, and all friends. Good morning and well, first of all, greetings from my behalf on behalf of Indian Council of Agricultural Research. I sincerely welcome each one of you for this important days of discussion. Greetings again for the new year of Maharashtra, Karnataka and several other states, South Indian states. It's an important occasion for discussion, but I do understand only half a day you have for discussion. That is what I was discussing with Dr. Ravi Shankar. Afternoon you have some seminar or conference on some topic. I was just asking that conference can go on, but having got opportunity to have 17 of you here, you should be given little more time. Afternoon also, maybe another 2 hours you can discuss in a separate room, not necessarily on NEP, but also in several other areas where you need to have discussion. Again, getting all of you at one platform may be a bit difficult. I don't say that impossible, may be difficult. You don't get opportunity every time. Even last moment also yesterday, 1 or 2 deans cancelled because of several reasons. So having got opportunity, I think we should utilize this time effectively. Friends, I will not be discussing anything on NEP because already Dr. Sahu, Dr. Nayak has discussed, you have got given feedback. Whatever is the subject, having a consensus is not that easy. Not that easy. That is what we say, our 5 fingers are different in size, isn't it? So difficult. And a subject like area like NEP, again taking a decision which is acceptable to everyone is not that easy also. There are difficulties, but somewhere we need to have a consensus. What is that? I do not know at this point of time. There are difficulties definitely, and as I understand, this my view, not as a DDG, my view as J.K. Jana would be different from my view as a DDG. Okay, So I will put forth some of my concern and views as an individual. As I understand, the country has also several policies, not one policy. Several policy, even the education policy was there. What was the last education policy?
86.
Huh?
86.
86. How many of the 36 years back we had education policy have we able to accept in total? How many universities, how many colleges are able to accept in total? Probably not all. Probably not all. And probably not a single also accepting in total. Isn't it? So I think policy is there, definitely we must respect, we must try to adopt, but not necessarily sacrificing something. Sacrificing the expectations, aspiration of the education of a student. Yes, we like to have, because again we are dealing with a diverse subject group, art subject, history, political science, whether you study first Indian politics or US politics, it's different. But for us, if you want to study something, you need to understand what is fish, you need to know taxonomy, isn't it? First, otherwise first you will teach carp, catfish, then you will teach taxonomy later on, doesn't make sense. For example, student like us, most of you, 35 years back, most of you have read VFPCs or so. For example, we used to study something like, now also you may be teaching plantology, benthic ecology. Is it important? If somebody will ask, they will say it is not relevant. But if you ask me, I will say it is relevant. Again, the opinion differs. For example, we were taught navigation and seamanship. People will say, why should I will do aquaculture, why should I do study navigation and seamanship? But when you give a degree, the student does not know where he is going to land. Whether he will go to navigation, you cannot say tomorrow he will not go for those. So having an idea of several subjects is nothing wrong. But when we have a specific period of only 4 years, 3 years, earlier we had 4 years, now we have 3 years with Railway program. Now we are trying to include research, living Railway. One side we say that students need to be knowing what industry needs, knowing what farming sector needs, and a country like India where 60-70% people are still dependent on agricultural aspect, they need to be more relevant for the farming rather than research. So which is important? I do not know at this point of time whether research is important. And you did discuss that when we are doing research in the graduate level, in the MSc level, there is no need. Think our situation. Some colleges you have 30 faculty, 50 faculty, other colleges only 2 faculty members, 3 faculty members, guest lecturer you are inviting, 50 students you are taking. Guiding 50 students, are you capable? Are you capable? Many students come to me. I am there in Delhi, I do not have facility that I admire. Many students come to me that I want to do PhD. I say I am not competent. I don't have idea to give you new ideas. It's not that easy to give ideas 50 students by 5 people. It's not that easy. Not that easy. And we say the research is, everybody need not do research. That also we say. We say everybody need not go to the research. They should go to think for entrepreneurship, think for industry, think for farming sector. Those who are only interested for research, let them go to research. Isn't it? That is what we say. But again, we are imposing at the graduate level, and in postgraduate level, we said not necessary. Yes, there are differences between even if you look at the developed countries. For example, UK, everywhere most of the universities only 1 year master degree. 1 year master degree either by education, whatever the course program, or research. It is not combining. This post-graduation by research, post-graduation whatever it means. But the country like, if you say that UK is also a developed country, same way USA, no university have gives 1 year post-graduation. Most of the university, 99% maybe, whether US, Canada, everywhere 2 years post-graduation. Country like Australia, you will find 2 years post-graduation and 3 years also. There are many which gives 3 years degree, 3 years post-graduation degree. Many. So we cannot say which is good, which is bad, but we have to accept something with a consensus. Again, representing one fisheries, one dean represents somewhere, and the view of individual will, at that time somebody has not taken the opinion of other stakeholders. That means if I go somewhere, my view I will try to impose. My view, though I am a representative of deans, but it is not the opinion of the deans. It is individual opinion is trusted. So probably we need to have more. Yes, we need 25 is deadline. Yes, if we don't do 25, what is going to happen? I do not know. I do not know. If you ask me, then again you say that education is a state subject, isn't it? If we say no, I am not favoring or not favoring. I am just trying to analyze. For example, you say multiple entry, multiple exit, anywhere people can go. Or after 2 years, Tamil Nadu say no, I won't take. So what I can do? Can I force? They will say it is my education. This education is my education. See, how many since when we are trusting to have. I was trying to read some minister of Tamil Nadu gave about views about the 3 language and 2 language and all. It is correct. Many times if you try to analyze, they say whether Hindi should be compulsory or not. His argument was, okay, I will do 3 language, English is must at this point of time. My mother tongue is must definitely. Now whether I should accept Hindi or not. So if I take Hindi, that means I am putting pressure on the student for taking 3 languages. But those who are from the Hindi belt, they will be only giving thrust only 2 languages, English and Hindi. So why should I put more pressure on the student of my state? Logical. But at the same time, we don't say that those who say that the national language is not logical, that is also not correct. So it is very difficult many times, which is correct, which is wrong. It is very difficult to say. But I am sure we will have some mid path. Again, 1 year, what is that, certificate course, 2 year diploma course. I do understand diploma course, I do understand everywhere. But what I understand, certificate course is something, if somebody want to have on a specific area, we like to give some idea. For example, I want to have a certificate course on post-harvest processing or value addition on certificate course. Okay, we give like this. So after first, can we give certificate all the courses of processing and value addition in the first year? Probably difficult. If you say certificate course on aquaculture, probably okay, we can think of. But there is some sequential, we need to think how the courses, then you say electives or not elective, all those things are there, I do understand. But graduation, undergraduation is something we like to give a complete knowledge about everything. We are not expected, it is not expected that we will give only specific area, and then if specific area somebody is interested, then okay, post graduation, diploma and all, let them do whatever. Anyway, Dr. Sahu, I am not deferring that before 25 you should not do, before 30th you should not do, but before we accept something, let us deliberate and in detail. For example, why I need to say, I will say, for example, if I am asking, this education policy is for everyone. I do not know at this point of time, maybe something, what IITs are doing at this point of time. Have you ever tried to analyze? They are also in the education system. What the medicine people, MBBS, what they are doing? Whether they will be able to give a certificate course after 1 year, after 2 years diploma. When we say total technical education, we consider medicine, engineering, then agricultural science. This sequence usually, I don't say which is big, which is small. This is the sequence comes to our mind, isn't it? If we want to educate our children, we will prefer engineering or medicine, then agriculture. Very few of us may be thinking to let our kids to go to fisheries after maybe medicine, or maybe some have specific preference, that is a different issue, but rarely, it happens very rarely. So why not we watch or see what others are doing instead of jumping quickly, and it is also tendency. We say, I am the first institute, I am the first college who has accepted fisheries policy. This is also a good idea to get recognition. But I am a bit skeptical in this. For example, this year we took a decision, council took a decision that because of new education policy, we need to have deemed university, need to have 3,000 students. Very difficult. So we thought maybe IRI to start with is a bigger, so we can have off campus. And undergraduate program, IBRA has already undergraduate program, and DRA has been doing over years. So they are already 2,000, 2,500 around level, so another 500 and all they wanted to increase. So now a decision has been taken that undergraduate courses will be starting in agriculture, few core disciplines in agriculture, in 10 hubs, 10 or 11 hubs, Hyderabad hub, Bhubaneswar hub and all. All the ICR institutes will be supporting all those, but a degree will be offered by the respective university. And I was asked also that you need to start a fisheries college also for undergraduate. And everybody jumps, but I did not jump. I told I will watch and see how the agriculture people are performing 1 year, 2 years, then I will take a decision whether I should start somewhere or not. That is what I did discuss with Dr. Ravi Shankar also. Where and how, that comes later on. But first I will see these colleges where you are starting, where you have 4, 5 colleges. Hyderabad, there are 6, 7 institutes, so probably it is easy. Still, even though it is easy, how they are performing, let me see first, then I will see where. Then my second view was, I am ready to start even this year, provided you give me 500 crores. This was my condition, because I am not asking faculty, but I need, why faculty I don't need this, I told I have already 650 scientists, 30 scientists I will maybe take from some institutes and allocate only for the undergraduate program, no problem. So that is not an issue. But we don't want to start half-heartedly, without laboratory, without field, without farm, that I am not interested. And already education is necessary, already 32 fisheries colleges are there. So why I should be hurry to start a fisheries college only 40 or 50 students. So I do not know whether what my view, what I have taken, stand I have taken, correct or not correct, I do not know. But this is my view. This is my view. I don't want to eat. Why ICR institute should start? Okay, we thought maybe we need to. Yes, 3,000 is one thing factor, but beside this also we need to ensure also quality. That is also important. Otherwise, we can start at any point of time. But we have taken decision. One thing is already we had master degree program. You know, earlier CIPA, CIFT, and CMFF. 3 institutes we had master degree program. So we have taken decision 4 institutes will have master degree program on only aquaculture in CIFA and CIPA, and FRM in CIFR and CMFRI, and CIFT post harvest technology. But that will be only minimum seat 10 masters and 5 PG, because we thought whatever the requirement, probably most of our institutes are cubed enough, but that does not mean they will be self-contained. They need to take help of others. Others means it can be other Ricean institute, can be from the fisheries college also. That is what we sincerely believe. If we are, because some of these subjects, for example, we may be good, our scientists may be good on some of the applied areas and all, but some area definitely we need support. For example, if your teacher is somebody is teaching benthic ecology, our scientists may not be that much strong on those. You have been teaching last 30 years, so why not we take the help of your scientist or your faculty for our program? So that is what we have been thinking, but it is only at the, I would not say conceptualization stage. We have taken some decision, but still first, to please deliberate. If Dr. Das is your lead, you discuss with Dr. Das what Dr. Das should be telling, should be the view of all of you. And it is difficult to have a consensus, but if most of you deliberate, you can come to some sort of a conclusion with some bending here and there. Somewhere something we can do, but not necessarily each and every point of, that is what my understanding as a JK, not as a JK 19. Probably not necessary to adopt in toto everything. That is what my understanding is, and nobody is going to hang you if you are not taking 100%. All the time we buy time, also many times we buy time. But it is not always good that you buy time. There is another way of thinking. And we will not discuss all, you discuss on all those things. First of all, again, I would like to thank each one of you that you are here. 17 of you are, maybe more than 50% of the deans out of 32, 17. Just but we wanted all of you are there, not to discuss only on this, at least knowing each other. Knowing each other. Many of you must have seen each other or greeted each other for the first time. When you are dealing with the similar courses, you are taking same semester, same courses will be there, you should be in same wavelength. Isn't it? That is what is necessary, and same wavelength will come only when you deliberate, discuss closely, meet together. That is what is more important. And many times, for example, your friendship, for example, you met, after that sometimes you will forget. I would, many times I tell my scientists that every year you meet once with family. That is what I say. Because when you start meeting with family, the bondage becomes still stronger. But that does not say that we will invite your family for the meeting. But you can bring them so that they become friends, and then you go other places, and then you will have opportunity to visit. For example, maybe if meeting is conducted in Mumbai, maybe people are not interested much. If meeting is conducted in WhatsApp place, more people will be interested to go to Srinagar. Maybe who will see such opportunity. No, it is not necessary. We can. It is only whoever, wherever we go, probably to host us, providing food and stay facility. Other things we can even the TA, even if the colleges are not able to give, 10-15 lakh rupees necessary, that we can arrange. That should not be a problem, but we need to make it mandatory. At least every year we should make it once. At least every year. I know everyone has problem. Who does not have problem with them? If each one of you, I ask, have you come without any difficulty? You will have, say, I had to open tender, some class, examination was going on. Everybody had problem, isn't it? Still you have managed to come. So somewhere some compromise has to be done by every one of us. So you need to take this message to all others, those who are not able to come, that at least next time they should be able to come. Meet at any one place. Maybe preferably here, definitely we would like to host you at any point of time. Here we will be happy to host you. Otherwise also we can move anywhere. If you would like, Udaipur also. See, already invitation is there. Udaipur is also a very good place, but I know, I had been there about 15 years back. So we will have opportunity. And good thing is that again, sincerely thank you for deputing your students. 25, all of you have deputed your students. And really I was amazed to see the enthusiasm, at least in the cultural program, you missed, I would say, you missed. It was wonderful, it was wonderful. So congratulations to each one of you that some of you were students got award, reward and all. That is immaterial, but the participation was important. And what I found is the confidence level, even the second year students or third year students, the way they speak. When we were students, the stage frightness was so much, never able to speak even a sentence of English. Now they were so smart, and yesterday they were talking about the next gen and all. So it was wonderful. I don't say what they spoke is important. The participation, the way they were speaking, that is more important. Whether next gen will be there or not there, whether it will replace next gen, will replace your classroom teaching. You don't need any accreditation, you don't need 30 scientists or 28 faculty, but next gen has to be the added the addition, not replacing your faculty, definitely not replacing the classroom teaching. That cannot be there, never cannot be there. Classroom teaching has to be there. You added advantage you need to take of new gen AI technology, definitely. There is for simulation, for example. You are in Pantanagar, you are in Jammu and Kashmir, you want to see how the ocean current functions, or how the coral reef looks like. So simulation and all, if it can 3D simulations can be done, if students get experience that they are diving, they themselves are diving inside the water, definitely that will be added advantage. But for example, everything can be done online, everything or what is virtual means it is not possible. You must have had, at least I organized virtual meetings of all teams earlier also. But the effectiveness of those, if I ask, when it was conducted, most of you must have forgotten. Nobody can remember the date. But after 10 years also, I will ask you, you will say I was sitting in the first row, third seat, fourth seat, and yes, these fellows were there, and what I spoke, what you spoke, everything you will remember, isn't it? That is why when you are in fifth, I am taking more time. No? Okay. Anyway, you will have opportunity to discuss in the afternoon. Because when we get opportunity, we don't like to miss this opportunity. So another 5 minutes I would like to take. As I told, I would not be discussing about the education, but having come here, it is not only the CIFP and college and all, linkage and all which we will be discussing, but I wish my discussion would be not how we link ICR institute all together, 8 institutes with all of you. That is also equally important for me, not only on the education but also in research. For example, we have some of the network projects going on. Surveillance project, all of you know, last 7 years we have been, this project is going on National Surveillance Program for Aquatic Animal Diseases. And already second phase is on, all of you know. And we are trying to analyze how we have performed in the first phase, how our individual centers are performing. So we have analyzed all those. But I wish the lessons what we learned from the first phase, I think wherever there was bottlenecks and all, we need to see how do we overcome those, how do we plug those gaps. That is important. My request would be, I was just telling, this is an important program, all of you know, and this is a program which help you to connect with the farmers, isn't it? You have very rare opportunity to connect the farmer. This is a good opportunity to connect farmers. If you have problem of anything, and problem of health, for example. If you want to come today, you will say tomorrow I will go, or day after tomorrow I will go. But if he has a disease problem, he has some fish dying, he cannot wait. He has to come to you, isn't it? So this helps you to connect to the needy, the farmer who are of that need. So I sincerely request you, please see that those who are there in your college with the surveillance program. I do not know, I don't think all of the cities colleges are connected at this point of time, but as I understand, about 10 to 15 colleges are connected with us. But some other colleges where surveillance project is not there, if you have at least one health scientist, if two are there, that is good. That is what we say, at least 2 scientists should be there in the project, but at least one scientist is there. And if you are keen to be involved in the project, then please write to us. We will see. Even though we have finalized it, we will see how to include you. Then you know that we have started another network project on AMR, antimicrobial resistance, which was going on last 3 years, but it was with the internal money of ours. All our 8 institutes were plowing back their money, whatever was available. But from now onwards, from April onwards, this is a separate network project, separate funding support. So some of the business colleges we have included as a partner. So I request you that you see that this is also a very important project, because you know the hidden what is called danger what we have with the AMR. It is something we need to take this message forward, whether you are there in the project or not. But it is our responsibility to take this message of AMR to the common man, common public, and so on and so forth. So in this endeavor also, your support it would be necessary for us. And some of you are also partner in two of our network project on mediculture, some of you are there, and another on fish health, not all colleges, some of you are there. And so I wish how you render that support. I know all your scientists, your faculty members are quite busy because you don't have, most of you do not have adequate manpower and all. But point we have committed something. If you are not committed, okay. If you are not able to do because of something, please write a letter that our college should be excluded. We won't mind to exclude it. Let me tell you, because there are many people who are in queue to be included in this project, but we are not able to include everyone. But money is also a constraint of the time. So that is what is I request each one of you. Then the collaboration which we can do. For example, we have 8 institutes, 30 regional centers, 30 centers which we have. Probably no other division will have so many centers. And every center we may not have all the faculty, whatever necessary, but there can be support from our regional center for you, for serving or assisting you. Possibility is there. Only thing what we maybe not possible for us is all the time supporting our scientists, taking full courses, that may not be possible. But definitely part of the courses, that is possible. A small portion, 3 lecture, 4 lecture and all. With again, may not be possible that they come with their TA and all. So definitely travel and all. I don't say that we call scientists from maybe Bharatpur to Rajasthan. May not be necessary. But if somewhere in Bharatpur or somewhere nearby is possible. So think about that. I am again not imposing. Think if you are interested to take help of our scientist, I can write you a specific letter to all or specific direction I can give to all our institute for support, such support. And research collaboration. If you think that for masters and PhD some support is necessary or you want to send your students to us, definitely that is also possible, but we have also some guidelines in place. If the total work has to be done at our institutes, the PI has to be, not PI, major guide or whatever, has to be from our scientists. And your scientist can be also. But if it is a bulk of work is done by your guidance in your place, some imposed, but we say thank you very much. That is one thing we can think of. Besides this, you do organize several national, international events, for example, seminar, conference and all. It is all the time good to have associate with the National Institute. You will get better publicity, they will be able to help you and maybe think about it. So that both get it is a mutual benefit definitely we have. And in the coming days also there will be many international conferences. There are few are already in queue. I wish at least one. I don't say the dean. Please try to send at least one to your faculty to those international, because it is a rare opportunity to listen to some of the people. If they come and give a feedback or get connected, tomorrow your students like to go to them, that helps a lot. You see, for example, we go to the seminar, symposium and congress and all, present our paper, but we don't send paper for their proceedings. We send our paper to journals. But at the same time, it's okay, because we need to have impact factor, journal publication and all. But it is necessary to go to seminar, symposium, because that gives a platform to get connected with the people.
which the paper cannot connect. So this helps a lot. So international events and all, we will see. At least, for example, the two international events that will be happening this year. Fourth international conference on epidemiology, this epidemiology, which will be there. The data here I was trying to see. This is in 21st to 23rd November, third international conference, and we have got this after bidding. It is not simply so. We are trying to have a parallel event also, so that all our NASPAT partners, about 90, 100 people, will be able to participate with our money. So you don't need to spend. Similarly, we have, all of you know, the Agricultural Science Congress is being organized every 2 years. Every 2 years, Science Congress every year. Agricultural Science Congress every alternate year. This time the Agricultural Science Congress will be there 10th to 13th October in Kochi. But as because it is being organized by CMFRI, we expect a big group, at least 30% of fisheries people, because 2 of our institutes are there and all 8 institutes will be there. So some participants, that helps a lot. Then we have the 13th Indian Fisheries and Aquaculture Forum next year at Kolkata. But the date need to be finalized somewhere maybe February, that is what we are thinking, but we need to discuss and finalize this event. And DA 12, all of you know, this is in Asian Aquaculture. It is again a event of Asian Fisheries Society, which will be there in 2025, somewhere around 20-25 November maybe. I do not know, the date we are finalizing. And most importantly, the 14th Asian Fisheries and Aquaculture Forum. Maybe second time in India. All of you know, 8th forum was conducted by Dr. Monjushev in Kochi long back, and this time in February 2020. So we expect about 1,000 people come minimum. That is what we are expecting. Maybe 400 international and 600 national participants. So and we will see that some parallel mini symposium and all we conduct. So with different subjects. So we accommodate also different group of people, parallel meetings and so on and so forth. I thought this is important because many times what happens, because of the funding constraint, you are not able to come. I know money is important, but not that important that you will not be able to come. So if so urgent, necessary, we try to see how to fund for some of you or some of your senior people and all that. We will try to see. Okay. Then coming to other aspect where you can get support from our people. I told about the research program, student exchange, maybe the Huawei program, you are sending some of your students to different institutes. But after the NEP, probably this Huawei will not be there. That is what discussion was going on. Probably there will be no Huawei. Or it will be there, I do not know. At this point, no. At this point, probably no. But there will be all the time need. I was just asking, for example, engineering degree. After second year, you send them for 2 months of internship. After third year, 1 more internship of 3 years. If it is not mandatory also, can we make it have a let ICR does not make it mandatory, but it is all the time good to have an internship for if not 2 months, a month also will be good. Can we squeeze somehow, instead of 15 days break after each semester, can we bring down to 1 week? So that other place, maybe after second year, you get about 1 month instead of 15 days. So this can be done, some tinkering if we do, if we have a consensus, if college of maybe Jammu and Kashmir, the students get the opportunity to come 1 month to Kochi or Tuticorin, nothing like that, isn't it? So that would greatly help. Let me tell you, whatever you teach, whatever benefit will be there, unless people roam around the place, for example, mollusk, for example, you are teaching about it. Once they go to the sea beach, going around with the up and all, try to collect and all, that discussion will help more in identification rather than whatever you teach in the classroom. So that, maybe seaweed, for example. Whatever we say, Hirashi, Leria, JDTL and all, unless they collect in the field itself, they will not be able to conduct any. So we can think of having some module of such in longer run, whether it is 2 time, 1 time or something we can think of. Then accreditation process and all, how do, for example, many times what happens, the Dean's committee, for say, 6 Dean's committee, many times we are not also aware what is happening. Decision is taken by somebody. Never, we are also consulted. Never, we are also consulted. So at this point, if somebody asks us that you are already in Delhi but you do not know anything, but there was no scope for us, maybe we will try to impose this, maybe some discussion, even representation is there by somebody, but we can take a lead, or CIT can take a lead in discussing, bringing all stakeholders to one platform. Can the 6th Dean's Committee already in place or no?
Already they have submitted.
Already they have, only Dr. Das was there. No, it's okay. One representation is okay. But before that, a stakeholders consultation with all the deans was probably important. Then what Dilip Kumar Saab was mentioning, linking to the development department, which is so vital at this point of time. Probably our concentration or our attention is mainly towards education. We know the pressure we have, but at the end of the day, how do we reach to the development departments and all, training programs, maybe outreach activities are so important. How do you strengthen that? Where you need our support, and let me tell you, I will be there. At least I wish, unfortunately, though I am there last 7 years in the council, probably longest period. I have passed, maybe there is a work for 10 years definitely. But if I complete, I will, maybe it will be more than that. Nobody would have stayed such a long time. But unfortunately, I had got opportunity to visit very few fisheries colleges. And I will see that in coming years, I visit, if you like my visit to be that. Definitely I will be there. The only issue was last 2 years, COVID was problem. Before that 3 years, I was holding the animal science, so it was hardly I had any time, because 19 Institute of Animal Science, so I had hardly any time. But some of the fisheries college I had gone during that time. Animal science project I had gone for network review and all, so I had got opportunity to visit some of your colleges. But some of the colleges I find strengthened like anything, very nice. For example, now one example I am giving, that does not mean that others are not good. I had visited Ratnagiri and recently Raha Fisheries College. Raha Fisheries College I had gone several times, 3 broad times. But every time I go, I find a lot of change. This time I found it is wonderful. Every lab was full of equipment and enthusiastic faculty and all. So nice to see. In spite of problem of flooding and all,
Next one, training hostel you're opening, sir.
Yeah, nice. So, and these changes has happened because of the personal intervention by some of the VC. So how do you keep link with your VC is more important. There is all the time scope of fighting. But how do you link, that is more important. Invite them very frequently, have organize events, then unless they come to you repeatedly, they will not understand your problem. That is what is more important. They should be visiting you. I know for sure, some of the VC have never visited some of the colleges in their tenure. I can give example. But that is not good. But some places you are lucky, the college is in same campus like your Ludhiana and or many places. Yeah.
Secondly, faculty is also here providing, sir.
And even some of the colleges are now recruitment has been happening. I know good recruitment is happening. So hopefully we sincerely believe. Please see that is most important. Unless you get connected with the university, many times the faculty is not in position because the deans are feeling under threat. They think, why should I unnecessarily talk to VC and unnecessarily create a problem? Better to be shy away. So because once you start talking to VC, you will have, he will ask, you will try to defend. आप क्या करना है, कुछ तो नहीं करना है, क्यों आपको फैकल्टी चाहिए, आपने ये बोला था, ये क्या नहीं. So many things they will say, but faculty is most important. That is what, please see that how you are able to ensure the faculty position. That is what is the most vital. And if you like to have our intervention, wherever you feel that our intervention will help you in writing letters or for the government support, for example, writing to the principal secretary, definitely I can do. But if it has to be chief secretary, it has to be from the DG. Or if it has to be minister, from our minister. Students who are coming out should be taken in the state fishery department. So I drafted a letter for him, sent to him, but I do not know whether he has sent or not. Probably he has not sent. So probably at this point of time, it is better to see that letter is sent from Rupala Saab's office. That will be more effective. So I will try to, maybe Dr. Ravi Shankar and all, both of us can go once. Meet Rupala Saab and with a draft letter giving, and that letter itself I had given the fact and the figure of every state, how many colleges, where these colleges are, what is the intake capacity of each of the colleges. Maybe we need to modify that at this point of time. If we get all those information, maybe next 1 month time, we'll try to meet Rupala Saab and try to convince that if a letter goes from him to the chief minister of all the states, that may help. Not necessarily only for recruitment, maybe for faculty positions, maybe for other infrastructure support. And let me tell you, the support of ICR coming years will decrease. Why it will decrease? Let me tell you. This year, UFC, the finance secretary said, education is a state subject. And we have increased the quota, the share of state share much higher than earlier days. So gradually you should reduce your contribution to the state agriculture university. Whether it will happen or not, but this is the thinking. Even they say KVK also, why should we support 100% to the KVK? It is the state desire, state requirement, so it should be reviewed. So all those things definitely will be So only I would request you that you keep discussing among yourself, take the help of each other, that is what is also important. For example, the one state there are 3 colleges, 4 colleges and all. I don't say whether it is good or bad. Dr. Sahu was telling it is very good that new colleges are coming, but I reserve my comment on that, whether every state should have 3 colleges, 4 colleges, or if you college is for what, intake more students, or can we take if we have 50 students, can we not take 100 students and equip that college little make stronger, instead of 5 faculty, 4 places, keep 20 faculty at one place, increase the level of whatever the facility, equipment and all, so everybody get advantage. This is my thinking. I may not be correct.
Majority of the colleges structured such a not more than 40 or 50 for practical colleges. Suddenly you are increasing.
No, that I am not saying that. See, you are correct. I may be wrong. What I am saying, nowhere in the our plus 2. Your physics, chemistry classes, how many used to be there? 16 only. But intake was 100, 200 and all. So it will take how many batches? What is the problem? Not necessary that all should be, practical should be happening at one go. Not necessary. But what my intention, if the government is able to invest more, we do not have problem. We do not have problem. If everywhere government is able to recruit 50-50 faculty, no issue. But we are not meeting the minimum faculty requirement of 10, 20, 30, whatever, but opening while we have only 5. There are colleges, for example, just giving example, we are sitting in Maharashtra, so I am giving example of Maharashtra. Nagpur College, Nagpur anybody there? Yes. Nagpur, when the college was started? 2007. What is the faculty position at this point?
Right now we are in
See, so again 3 colleges are there, again one more college we are starting. Instead, if we, I am not the person to take decision. It is government who takes decision, political things and all. But we should try to convince. Intake you increase, but give facility. If you are able to give facility, it is better than all the places colleges are there. No, there is no second opinion about it. Like minimum infrastructure, which is so important at this point of time. If they don't get, for example, practical processing, taxonomy, if you want to do, if you are not able to provide them 10 kilo of fish of different species, that we have, in our time, we had this problem, let me tell you. We did not have money to purchase fish for our taxonomy classes. If that problem is there after 35 years also, that is not acceptable. That is what only I request each one of you, try to convince to your higher ups, your VC, your minister and all, if they say some platform, otherwise call them repeatedly and ask them to declare something. So if they say 500 crores is allotted in the assembly budget itself, try to impress them that 500 crores is declared for the business college development. Like that we should try to see. And thank you very much, Dr. Rahul and Vinay, for the opportunity. I know I have taken more time, but because I told afternoon 2 hours discussion, it was my interest that I wanted to take a little more time. But it is wonderful to have you at any point of time. You need to have a discussion. We can organize virtually also, and it would be good also. Physically maybe here, but virtually if you would like to discuss maybe every 6 months one meeting you can organize, so that if anything, just reviewing the what discussion went on, whether we are on right track or something, and exchange of even the adjunct faculty. Probably you will need to take this advantage. I am sure most of the colleges, university have this professor. I don't say that you take everybody as a faculty. Maybe on this specific area, for example, the new science, for example, genomics. We should not feel bad that I do not know anything. Because during our time we have not studied. And so nothing is wrong to say that I do not know. So, for example, share some technology. But just for example, genome editing is a new science we are talking. We do not know anything. If you want to send your faculty for training and on any subject, any core subject area, if 10 or 15 people we can organize such training in any of the institutes. Or if you need to one, two classes on specific area, we can send you our people on these cutting edge areas of science. That is possible because other subjects you have been teaching, but some of the areas definitely I assure you will be able to send. And training for any number of days, any subject, but not for one people. That is not possible. And we will be organizing also several international training programs. Next 2-3 months we are scheduling. For example, NACA training program we are scheduling. For example, 15 intake capacity. So 50% from India, 50% from overseas. So we wish that the faculty from yours you send. It will be great training and also shooting of travel and only you may have to take. So take this opportunity, take the help, and we also wish to have your help wherever necessary. Please cooperate with us, and thank you very much for being here and looking for the opportunity you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So I don't have any words to say thanks to you. Thank you very much. And now as CIP has developed some web portal and as well as some compendium of the abstracts. So the reason behind the developing this compendium is to transfer the knowledge and research outputs to the stakeholders. So for this purpose, we have translated and we have reduced the complexity of the language and make it so simple, so each and every stakeholder can understand what kind of research we are doing. So now I request the dignitaries to release the compendium of abstracts of CIP for 2022. Sir, these abstracts are.
We'll send to all the communities.
Thank you, sir. Now I request to launch the web portal. So this web portal is created, so again to connect with the stakeholders. If anyone is having any problem or any question related to the fisheries or aquaculture, so they could write their question, they could ask the question to any of the faculty of CIP. So through this portal, it is like an interface between the stakeholders and scientists. It is like a direct from lab to field.
Inauguration of ICS CIP interactive portal on academic research queries. Good. Who will answer? don't do, they don't decide what to do. They should go to, if they don't do, they should come to director.
So now we are connected to all. Any question, anybody, not me.
No registration, they just have to fill up the pay and submit. As soon as you open.
They all can open. But who can open?
Just open it later after lunch and all that.
So we have the third product, that is augmented reality virtual reality. So this is created for basically for environmental, specialty, and medical purpose.
Anything to show, just show it. No, later you do. Something good.
Please create a new boundary for your space. Create boundary. I should create. Okay. So should I make confirm? Yeah. Yes. Somebody doing some exercise. Boy or girl, I am not able to know. Girl is
Oh, you get something there.
now go in here. Yeah.
Oh, वहाँ पे करो. We'll experience our tea.
Sir, actually we are running late. So now I request Honorable Vice Chancellor Director to felicitate the chief guest today. be, tea has been arranged outside, so we can have tea and later we will assemble tea only for two sessions of thermo and by thermo and after that we will assemble it whichever we will like.
संजय भैया इतना करवा दो उनका presentation है So you want me to fill up? आपको you want to take a pen drive or you?
हाँ HDMI है
Because फिर वो लैपटॉप इनका कनेक्ट करने में टाइम लगेगा ना.
You're online. Award distribution.